So this is how Big Ten football withers, how college football's superconference power structure erodes, not with collapse from the outside, but with an act of greed from within. Ohio State, the league's Roman empire, now flirts openly with the idea that its brand deserves more than its peers. In a sport already consumed by get mine, forget you, the Buckeyes' posture lands like a spark in a dry forest. The numbers tell their story. Ratings soar when Ohio State plays Texas, when Michigan meets Alabama, when the giant brands collide. Ted Carter, Ohio State's president, points to those metrics as justification. If the Buckeyes deliver more eyeballs, why shouldn't they pocket more of the Big Ten's billions? On paper, the argument sounds reasonable. In practice, it is the opening note of a dangerous song. Because the moment Ohio State declares itself bigger than the conference, the question shifts. Why bother staying tethered at all? Why split revenue evenly with Purdue or Rutgers, when every broadcast partner in the country would pay a fortune for Ohio State and Michigan, Ohio State Texas, Ohio State Georgia, staged under the banner of a new Super League? Greed is not subtle. It is blunt, impatient, hungry. Equal distribution has long been the glue. It keeps Northwestern relevant, lets Vanderbilt pretend it belongs. Oregon and Washington accepted smaller shares as the cost of admission, but at least they had a seat. Break that model and the undercard schools lose their safety net, their financial lifeline, their semblance of identity. History warns what happens when a conference bends too far for its biggest brand. The Big 12 catered to Texas and crumbled anyway. The ACC tilts toward Florida State and Clemson, and lawsuits loom. The Big Ten, with its $900 million empire, has avoided that instability precisely because it shares. Once Ohio State pushes to upend that balance, the stability fractures. Carter says the Buckeyes are proud Big Ten members, that they're staying put. But language matters. Pride and permanence sound hollow when paired with envy of the payout column. The subtext is clear: Ohio State feels undercompensated, and the school wants more. If it doesn't get it, the threat is implied, maybe not to leave for the SEC, but to leave conferences altogether. The next great realignment was supposed to come in the 2030s, when current television deals expire. Maybe it arrives sooner. Maybe the era of conferences ends altogether, replaced by a league of elites cashing checks while the rest fade to irrelevance. That is the wildfire Ohio State may ignite. A spark today, a blaze tomorrow. In this business, greed always finds fuel.